it for?
Have you heard of Stomp and Tom Connors? Probably not. Okay, so
Probably
um,
not. No,
he
not by name.
played this song. I don't know. It's more of a hockey song, and he had passed away about 3 years ago or so, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh well, let's play little bit of his song, and I got nailed for it. I'm like, really? I
Ooh.
didn't think that it was a big deal. Okay, we're live. Okay, I need to do some tweetings. I'm gonna do the tweetings here. Okay.
I'm just sneezing and having hay fever. Don't mind me.
Great.
Excellent. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna sound like this the whole show.
Okay, taka. Layla.
Hello, chat room. Everyone can hear us okay? I'm assuming so.
I think so.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay, also special cameo by Perculia. Is it Perculia? Perculia's.
Perculia. Yeah,
Yeah, P.
isn't it?
Okay.
I don't remember, but I thought that was right. Loud and clear. Hey! Excellent. Thanks, guys. And ladies.
So, not enough. We're not live. No, because I'm double spacing everything like I used to. Like I was taught to do. Double space your sentences. Or between sentences. Let's get rid of that. No, that won't make it smaller. Oh wow, I am butchering this now. That's what I do. Okay, wow, challenges.
Hashtag professionalism.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Bah.
Who me couldn't be.
No way.
That's me typing. Okay. Just let's do that. Radio.
Can you do apostrophe S on somebody's name in Twitter? And will the apostrophe
It'll
not,
break a hashtag. Yeah.
no, but will the apostrophe still keep their name the proper name? So like let's say if I said Lil or
Oh.
at Layla
Maybe.
Lazor, and then put the apostrophe and then apostrophe S, would it then consider the Twitter handle?
It looks like it. If I type it in, it looks like it will. It'll have like the actual at, and then you could add the apostrophe S. Will just stay separate.
Okay. So I should be able to type this. I should be able
There you
to
go.
type this. Let's see.
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
80%.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just trying to be sneaky. And then and let me do the Facebook. I'm gonna try doing this too.
So somehow my laptop reset itself last night. That's awesome.
Did it?
Yeah. But it reset all my favorites. I've got no favorites. They've all gone. I have no favorites. That's weird.
Okay. What's professionalism? That is a good question.
It doesn't surprise me that Zortz is asking that. What is professionalism?
Oh.
Nothing you know about Zortz.
Oh. Snap.
Snap. professionalism. I thought it might have been like a beef recipe. Honestly.
What?
I don't know. I cooked breakfast, so you know, I made this corned beef frittata thing. I don't know. I just made it up as I was cooking.
Yes, please.
And it was quite good. It was quite tasty. I will admit.
Thank you, Torn Think Tank, for the host. Yay. We're on their hosting list. Okay. We are recording. We are streaming.
Mm-hmm.
We should all be good. Are you ready, Leeta?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Layla?
Always.
Yes.
Sweet.
Okay. All right. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Iron Man. Bloodthirsty. Pacifist. You're listening to the WoW Challenges podcast, the home of the Iron Man Challenge. And here are your hosts, Stone and Leeta.
Hello and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. This is episode 62. Today is Saturday, April 8th, 2017. Or it's Sunday. Just saying, just for some of us.
You're outnumbered tonight.
It doesn't matter. It's still Sunday. I'm Future Girl. I can do what I want. Basically. I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm your host, Leeta. And joining me over there, shaking his head, is Stone.
I am
Good morning.
So excited.
Yeah, that sounds so excited.
But I really am excited.
Oh, good. Because it's like, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, we should be singing, like dancing, 80s music, that kind of thing. I'm so excited.
So again, copyright.
Pointer Sisters?
Copyright?
I'm not singing. I'm just saying. Thank you. Someone knows what I'm talking about. And that someone is our special guest today. Layla's Oz! Woo!
I'm about to lose control and I think I like it.
Yeah.
No, I have that in my head the entire time now.
Thank you. You're welcome. Anytime. So how are you?
Wonderful. So excited to actually have Saturday nights off now to where I can finally join you after a year, I think, when Stone first started asking me to be on the show. And I'm like, I work on Saturday nights. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you here. We really appreciate you giving up some time to sit down and chat with us. So thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Of course.
We might as well get into finding for people who don't know who you are. So do you want to tell us, Layla, a little bit about you, the player behind the character?
I don't know. There's too much exciting about behind the character. Just a general geeky girl in the middle of nowhere, northeastern Ohio, as I've affectionately referred to as Cowtown. That pretty much sums it up. The seasons are made up and the weather doesn't matter. And
I don't know why. I thought you were West Coast for some reason. I thought you were West Coast with John.
No.
I don't know why.
No.
Oh.
It's just, I think it just so happens that because I work an evening shift at work, that a lot of my playtime comes after 9-10 o'clock Eastern time. So I tend to, fit in better with the schedules of those that are on the West Coast, because that's, later in the evening for them when most of those people are playing. So I think I just kind of, vibe better with the West Coast in terms of when I'm most often online and playing games.
Okay. Cool. Nice. Alrighty. Well, tell us, how long have you been playing WoW? Let's start off with that one.
Probably close to 10 years. I started playing towards the very end of vanilla content. I was maybe in the 40 range when the Burning Crusade first came out. So I knew something of the, what everyone refers to as the raid environment from vanilla. I remember things about that. I remember people talking about it and things that you had to do to get into that content as far as attunements and reputations and all that sort of thing. But I never got to participate in the very end of vanilla in terms of the raiding content. I just hadn't gotten to max level by that point. And it wasn't until the Burning Crusade before I started getting into raiding and that sort of thing. But it's definitely been a long time. And it's strange. I think I was just talking to someone the other day about, you just sit and think about, okay, we've been playing this game for 9-10 years now. Like, and it doesn't seem like that. It feels like there are some things like, that happened back in Wrath that I could be like, that felt like it was yesterday. That doesn't seem like it was, 7, 8, 9 years ago. So
I know. It's crazy, isn't it, to think it's been, Wrath has been, what, 8 years? It's but at the same stage you go, well, look at the fun that you've had, look at the people you've met, look at it's such an amazing thing. Whereas if we didn't have this, what would we be doing? Sitting watching TV? Of course. You play, of course there's other games that I've played over those years, but the World of Warcraft's been the staple throughout there. So you think about, well, you would have had this game to play or that game to play, but it definitely wouldn't have had the longevity that World of Warcraft does in terms of you wanting to play it for this many years. Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. I mean, WoW with the WoW community and everything like that is certainly it's certainly from when I first started. And I suppose you guys would see how different it is now. Here we are sitting down having a chat. I'm in Australia, Stone's in Canada. You're in the US, and we're having a chat.
We would never ever have met ever. There's no way, right? So which is very exciting. So awesome. All right. So Layla, when did you first start trying the challenges? Do you remember?
That didn't start until March of last year. So it's been about a year ago that I started. And I think that it probably came about from watching John and Zort's doing their Iron Man things that first got me interested in. And of course, I think that, at that time, I know that myself and a few others got into it simply because there was that lull between Warlords and Legion. We didn't really have anything else to do. And we're like, well, wait a minute. What is this that, all of these other people seem to be getting interested in? And, is definitely something that kind of was, it brought a new perspective to the game at a point in time where I think a lot of people were a little bit desperate for something. And that was a really, each expansion has it, but it really seemed to hit a lot of people there at the end of Warlords that they were really struggling for something to connect to. And, for the people that maybe not have been interested in private servers in terms of doing the old school content in that way, I think that the Iron Man provided a lot of similar challenges. Like, it wasn't just strictly easy leveling. It was challenging and, that sort of thing. But it wasn't the, no, let's not play on private servers situation.
Yeah. Okay. So what challenges are you currently working on, and why is that?
Well, I think that it's funny because I was looking here at your show notes as far as the questions you were going to ask it, and several of them can be, kind of summed up into one in terms of I've really only had one challenge toon. My Night Elf Druid that I started in March of last year has, as an Iron Man toon, has been really the only one. I will say I did briefly try the pacifist one, and it did not. Just to see how you would go about doing it. Like I really, just reading about it, I didn't quite have the perception of how difficult it was. And I had rolled up, I don't even remember what the class was, a Tauren like I said, I don't remember the class, and I remember running around Mulgore just desperately looking for flowers to pick, and I'm like, oh, this challenge is not for me because I don't have the patience for this. There's just, and then I think like a wolf or something ended up killing me at like level 1, and I'm like, oh, okay, that was a short-lived
Wow.
venture there. That's probably not going to.
Good on you for trying it, though. You're better. You're a better person than I am.
I
That's
really
amazing.
like the concept. I think that that's a challenge that definitely is a challenge. I don't know so much about what's changed or if it's any easier, so to speak, in terms of the way it is now as opposed to a year ago when I tried it. In terms of obviously that first bit that you have to get through before you really start getting some quests that you can do that don't involve killing things. So I think that those that first bit of levels is difficult to get through, especially if you're wanting to try and move on to a different zone, and you've got to just kind of eke your way by picking flowers and stuff through those first few levels. I think would be the most difficult. But I think after that, like once you really kind of got a little bit rolling and you had a little bit more of the world open up to you in terms of places you could go and questing hubs to kind of check out for what you were able to do, I think it would be very interesting to see the amount of content that was open to you as a pacifist.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. And there seems to be certain times of the year that will benefit the pacifists. What was it?
Midsummer
was it
Fire?
Midsummer? Yeah, is pretty good. So,
can I ask, this one tune that you had, this is the one that you had the contest with Twinkle and Zorts, and that you beat them, right? Like you soundly beat them.
Well, here was the situation that came about. I had my druid, my main night elf druid that I had originally made several videos last year, the spring and summer of last year for, and ended up getting her maybe early 30s. I'd finished off Northern Stranglethorn Vale with her, and then kind of had let her sit, because then that was the point in which, Legion, they announced Legion and all the things that were coming out and all, I get into all the preparation for Legion. And then, of course, when Legion launched and everything. And at the time, not terribly long ago, John had approached me and said, we should get yourself and Zorts and do like a little, challenge as far as leveling up. So I made another Night Elf Druid because I was going on the idea that they had issued the challenge to me because I had the original Druid that hadn't died yet. Yep. And I thought, okay, well, if you're wanting to do this, then I'm going to re-roll a Night Elf Druid, or I'm going to roll another Night Elf Druid. And questing through Teldrassil, and Zorts, forgive me, I don't remember what level it was, but it wasn't too far in that all of a sudden I hear that Zorts had died. And I'm like, well, like I'm just barely getting started in Teldrassil. I don't even think that the tune ever even got registered on the website, because I don't think I even got to that point. Like he died so early on, and or so my understanding was. Anyway, and at that point, I'm like, well, then it's just me and John really likes to stream a lot of his progress. And which is great. He's very entertaining for that. And, my style was a bit more in terms of, editing videos up and putting them up on YouTube, just because of the sake that, I would go out and quest for 2 hours. But, there are some times where you're just killing, like, go out and kill, 25 of these tigers and 25 of those tigers, like in Stranglethorn Vale. And it's like, I can't just continually talk to the camera the way that John can during that. So I'm like, I'm just gonna like take the route of editing them down to the more amusing bits of me questing through everything. So at the time, since he was doing that, he was gaining several levels through that way. And I said, you know what, John? I said, go ahead and take, your Orc Warrior he was doing for it. I said, catch up to the level of my original Druid. I said, and we'll go from there, because that would probably end up being even better, because that is, the tune that I I've been playing on, I haven't died on, and all that sort of thing. So that was what he was in the process of doing, and unfortunately fell short of being able to catch that character before he died in Stone Talon Mountains, which was unfortunate because I was really looking forward to that really being, because John is definitely, very aware in terms of what he's able to pull and how much he's able to handle. I think he's very well off in the Iron Man contest for that, in that respect. And I was looking forward to it actually, being a challenge to see which one of us was then going to die first. But then he ended up not even making it to catch up to my druid. So I'm like, well, yeah, that was short-lived.
That was their second one, right? Yeah, because they had one before that, and then they had this one.
Yeah, I think John and Zorts have tried a couple different times to have little competitions between themselves, and yeah.
And this was the one where you would make the videos, and as you're trying to record, this is what actually always kind of caught my eye, was there would be somebody that would race around on the on the chauffeur, and
yes,
and you're like, so rude. Can I get like one that's so rude from you? Just
well,
one.
they were so rude. Who raised them that way? Listen, I don't have a problem. If you are driving down, you're driving through, the questing area, you're driving down the road, whatever you want to do, like, that's fine. Like, I understand you got your chopper, you're just wanting to get there. But when you're sitting there and like right next to the quest giver and all I hear is vroom, 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 all up in my ears, it's rude. I like anytime like I've ever driven, like I've ever had a mount that made noise, or for whatever reason, like I get up to the quest giver, even if I'm on like the giant mammoth or something, I will get off of my mount and stand there at the quest giver, because I just think it's rude if you're going to be all up on the quest giver with your noisy mounts or your giant beefy thing. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Just old. Like, although I will say that Blizzard has definitely taken a great amount of measure in terms of making it so that you can click through these NPCs when people are on their giant mounts. Like, they realize how much of their player base is rude. So.
Oh yes, so many expansion beginnings. Wow. Flying comes in. Everyone's gonna go to the flight.
Do you remember that?
And it's
that was insane.
Oh yes. Yes.
It's like I want to fly in the old world. I can't even
and
click
you'd have
the guy.
Oh, it was horrible. It's horrible. Totally hear you, Layla. Totally understand. It's rude. So rude.
Well, I will say I did have the one. There's one of my videos where I'm in the northern part of Darkshore, and I actually find a motorcycle that was making absolutely no sound for me, and I couldn't figure it out. Like it literally like blew my mind that there was this chopper that was making absolutely no sound.
Wow.
I almost didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so basically, but you beat the boys, so go team Layla. Woo!
Yeah, and then I noticed that, after that whole situation, and after, Zords had died early on, and then after John had died, then they go off and look for other prey. Like, they're just like, okay, we don't want to tangle with her anymore. We're gonna go find somebody else. We'll see you later.
They think that they want to go up against Nisi. It's gonna be the same deal, guys. Nisi is gonna mop the floor with you.
Wipe the floor.
Just saying.
Definitely. I would say so. Exactly. Well, congratulations, though. So your druid's still sitting at, what, 30?
No, she's... Oh, goodness. What is she now? I finished the hinterlands on her recently.
Wow.
So I want to say
nice.
38, maybe? I think 38, because I had gotten through all the questing in the zone. And then I had kind of gone out and did a little search for some of the rares that I was aware. Well, the one this was from having a conversation with Stone, a little while back about the beasts that scale when you're in certain zones. I came across, this was prior to knowing about that. I came across a bear that was in that situation where it was like, wait, there's this random bear here in the hinterlands. Like, come to find out, it's one of the beasts that scale. But yeah, I got through all the quests, and the hinterlands had got me just shy of 38, and I went out and killed some of the rares in the zones, because they do definitely give a hefty amount of experience.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, congratulations. That's an awesome, for a first go. You're doing well. Very nice.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. So what path have you taken? Do you remember, like, from when you started, obviously, over at Teldrassil to getting to the hinterlands? Did you have a particular idea of how you wanted to level through the zones, or did you kind of just go with the flow of what you felt like with, going with the zone questing?
Well, originally I went with Teldrassil. After I finished that, I went over to Darkshore just because it seemed like the thing to do as a night elf, and just I was following the storyline. And of course, the storyline for Darkshore goes in rather nicely down into Ashenvale, and I really enjoy Ashenvale as a zone. I always have. And those were two zones that I hadn't played through, like, ever since back during the Cataclysm, when they revamped the zones and redid all the quests. So it was fun to go back, especially through Darkshore, because obviously that zone got heavily influenced by the events of Cataclysm. And so it was interesting to go and do those zones as a result of having not played them. Once I finished Ashenvale, I put up a poll on my Twitter asking, my followers where I should go next. And, whatever the zone range that I was at the time, and Northern Stranglethorn Vale was the one that had won out, which was probably the most boring zone. Oh my god, I did not enjoy Northern Stranglethorn, as far as it's just so much of go and collect X amount of this and kill X amount of that, and there's unfortunately not a whole lot of story that's going on there, at least for the Alliance. I don't know how it is different for Horde, because obviously they have the troll influence and that sort of thing. Might be a little bit more story there for the Horde to explore. But as far as being Alliance, I really wasn't impressed with Northern Stranglethorn. But either way, I stuck it out because that's what was voted on. And then once I got to the end of that I put up another one. Again, I think of the level range for the 30 to 35 zones. And the Hinterlands won that. I think Desolus was number 2, but it couldn't quite eke it out above the Hinterlands, which I had expressed prior to that my concern over the Hinterlands, because my view of the Hinterlands is definitely the old school Hinterlands view, in terms of that was a zone you didn't go to if you didn't have a group to quest with, because it was nothing but elite quests and things that would just rip you to shreds. So I had a little hesitation going into the Hinterlands, but yes, that was my path. I did Darkshore to Ashenvale, to Northern Stranglethorn, to the Hinterlands, and the last two just being what my followers on Twitter had voted for as the zone that I go to next.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool. All right, what's been your fondest challenge memory for you so far?
I think that, since Stone brought up the choppers, I think that was probably early on my most entertaining bit, was figuring, all these choppers that would come around, and that ended up being just a long running gag in terms of all of my videos. That but unfortunately, once you hit 20 and everybody could use their other mounts, then I think it's been a long time since I've seen a chopper. I think I alluded to one of them maybe in one of my Stranglethorn videos, like, hey, there's a chopper. We haven't seen one of those in a while, but I don't really see them much anymore. Apart from that, I would just say any of the, going, like I was saying, going through Darkshore and going through Ashenvale and seeing the content that, was put in for Cataclysm, the stories that I hadn't actually experienced before. There's a big section in Ashenvale that has tentacles and faceless ones, and the faceless ones are probably some of my most favorite NPCs in World of Warcraft. So I definitely, enjoyed the little old gods area and story there in Ashenvale.
Nice. Yeah, I think you might have had one time in one of your videos where, like, maybe like episode 5 or 6 or something, that somebody had just come by, and I think everything was quiet, and then all of a sudden you hear this chopper come by, gung, 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 and then leaves, and it's still nice and quiet, and then all of a sudden you're like, rude. and just the timing of it, because it was just like, oh man, that was perfect.
And the thing is that when I'm recording, like I feel like I could hear them before necessarily like it would be picking up on the, you know, for the video recording, like, because I have the game sounds are a little bit louder in my headset than run in the video, and so I could hear them coming. I just stop, let them go by, like, and just, you know, that was fine. Like, okay, they're driving by, I'll just wait. And if I had to, like, maybe there were times like I'd have to like maybe re-record the little bit of reading that I was doing at the time or something, but then it got to a point where I'm just gonna leave them in. But then the worst is they'd pull up next to the quest giver. I was just like, like, seriously, like, can you not?
Every time I'd start to die. I just dying, just laughing so hard. Rude.
It's unfortunate that, you know, like I was saying, at 20, when everybody gets to select the mounts that they want to use, nobody's really using the chauffeur chopper anymore. After they can pick their fancy dragons or what have you. So, you know, it's unfortunate that wasn't like a long running gag that could just continue through the entire leveling process, because I think that it would have just become more and more hilarious, all of the instances where it would happen, come across. Just
oh, that's hilarious. I can just see it now. Like, there'll be all these people trying to find you as you're leveling, be riding around, you know, there she is, quick, let's get on the chopper, hop behind her.
Don't give them any ideas.
I know, I'm already thinking that, because I'm like,
I was thinking, like, maybe we could find out where she is, and I can be that rude dude, you know?
That perhaps was subconsciously one of the reasons that any of my Iron Man, especially like when I was recording them, was always really early in the morning. So there really wasn't a whole lot of player population and stuff going on at that time. Most of the people that would have seen me on their friends list or some such would have maybe been at work or were doing something where they couldn't come and publicly harass me on their choppers.
Folks are asking which realm you're on. Do not answer.
Tell them.
Here's the thing. I will say that my Iron Man toon is on Cenarian Circle, but my main server is Wormrest Accord. But that's only because I'm maxed out on my character slots on Wormrest Accord. So any of my Iron Man that I do and the Goober Squad adventures that we do with John and all those good folks over there have to be on Cenarian Circle.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Alrighty. Now, the last question I think we will go with is, what advice would you give to anyone who wants to start a challenge toon? Like, you know, anything, any tips, any tricks? What would you say?
Be aware. Be aware of what's around you. Obviously, there are mobs that they will path in a certain way. If there's a patrol that walks down, if you notice that, you probably should take care of it when you can, or be aware that it's going to be walking back down towards you. Things like that. Things that just general self-awareness. What's going on around you? Be aware of, if you're clearing into an area, be aware of what's respawning behind you, if anything. Because sometimes you're not killing things as quickly as a player in heirlooms, obviously. And if there are several people that may be questing in that same area, there's a lot of programming that goes into making certain that mobs respawn in a rate that is conducive to the people that are questing there, so that there's not this lull in quest mobs. So sometimes you get into these areas and you need to be aware of the things that are respawning back behind you. But I think that's something that goes for a lot of things in this game, just in terms of being aware of what's going on around you, not standing in things you shouldn't be standing in. And, you know, I just think that would be the biggest tip. Just be aware. And, you know, obviously, again, if there's 3 mobs standing in front of you, if they're in a close proximity to one another and you pull one of them, you're probably going to get all of them. So you either need to be prepared for that, go out around them, go find, you know, pick off the ones that are off by themselves, things like that. If you don't feel like you are capable of taking on multiple mobs, be aware of their relationship to one another, their proximity to one another, and your chance of pulling more than one of them at a time. Because it seems to me like that could potentially be the single greatest threat that most Iron Man challengers have, is that they end up just becoming overwhelmed. And a lot of that can be alleviated by just being aware of what you're pulling and what's going on around you.
Yeah. No, that's a really good tip to talk about. And making sure that if you've got that heck button ready to go, like obviously a night elf, shadow meld.
Yeah.
If you're a druid, you can turn into the cat dash. Utilize that stuff, that if you need to get away, then make sure that it's up and that you haven't just used it. Because if it's on cooldown, you could be.
Yep.
But that's
Yep.
it's really good. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing all of that with us, Layla. We appreciate that.
Okay.
How about you tell us, what have you been doing in WoW this week? Other just in general?
Well, I think the biggest thing that's happened in this past week was that our Goober Squad, which is a group of dungeon adventurers, which include myself and John, Nick, who's Videosphere, Razarus, and Zortz used to join us, but unfortunately he became an old man and had to deal with real life. But we all go and we did Karazhan this week as our 1-year anniversary. And what our dungeon group does is we have, from the Dead Mines, have done each dungeon at level with only the gear that has dropped from those dungeons. We had to, of course, quest from 1 to 15 in order to get the dungeon finder to open up for us. And so we were able to wear the gear that we got through questing from 1 to 15. But after that point, all of our gear has only been provided by the dungeons, either by boss drops or green drops in the dungeon. We haven't been allowed to craft anything. We haven't been able to buy anything out of the auction house or anything like that. We don't quest, so we don't have quest rewards and that sort of thing. And so, a couple weeks ago, we managed to get to level 70. We haven't completed all of the dungeons of the Burning Crusade, but we went ahead and locked our experience so that we can finish those out and not just, end up, 72, 73 going into the start for Wrath of the Lich King and just, being over leveled for that sort of thing. But this past week, for our 1-year anniversary, we decided to do Karazhan, and we did manage to clear everything with the exception of Nether Spite. And potentially we could have done Nether Spite if it wasn't for the fact that, it was getting to be about 1:30 in the morning. And we were getting really tired of having to run all the way back through Karazhan to get up to Nether Spite's room. It was getting to be too much for the time. So we just kind of called it quits on Nether Spite, went ahead and did Chess and Prince Malchazar to finish it out. But that's definitely, that whole adventure there has been a lot of fun. And I think that, while it isn't exactly obviously the same as the Iron Man, because 1, you guys don't do instances, and 2, you don't, equip greens and things like that. But it is in the same vein of, we're not using heirlooms. We're not using experience boosters. We're experiencing a lot of the content in a challenging way that, a lot of players now don't even think about, because they're just all rush through the content, and it's not challenging, and you just blast through it with the heirlooms and everything like that. So that was definitely, I think, the highlight of my week, apart from, doing the typical Legion things, all of the Broken Shore, the Legion invasions that started this week. And of course we had the Dark Moon Fair this week. So that was nice to have the experience and reputation buff for if you're leveling Toons, or you're needing to get reputations of the Legion factions and that sort of thing. So just doing the typical Legion stuff. Got my priest campaign finished this week, so that's number 4 in terms of the class campaigns that I've completed. It's been suggested that I do the Death Knight campaign next, as it seems to be a lot. It sounds like it's a lot of fun. That seems to be what everyone's suggesting to me. So I think that may very well be my next one that I complete.
Oh, cool. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. Sounds like you've had a great week. Very nice. All right. Stone. Stone. That'd be you.
Sorry, I'm having throat problems. So this week was very busy. Lots of playing, trying to do the new 7.2 stuff. But we talk about that. Wow, my throat is gonna go away very soon. Basically, hold on a second.
Is it going to go on holidays?
No, I'm having other problems.
Okay.
So basically, this week, so I want to say, I want to give a shout out first before I start with what I did this week. I want to say thank you to Almania, because he helped me out with a whole bunch of stuff, and we had a very good conversation about the API and what's been changed and all this. So I'm really looking forward to actually applying some of that stuff to our website as we have now. There's actually changes I didn't even know about, and it's because I joined a unofficial API Discord where we can talk about the back end of WoW. And we can nerd out and be like, well, now if you get a 404 from it, and see? Anyway, so that's like my nerd kind of old-timey talk. Anyways, so I learned a lot about, what I need to be changing very soon, because I didn't know if some things were changing. I had no idea. Okay. And it's like, oh, well... Okay, so things would have blown up and things would not have looked good, and yeah. So thank you to Omania, and also I want to say happy birthday to Ben Bumhofer. Happy birthday,
Ben!
Happy
birthday, Ben!
Yeah. So contest leveling. I originally rolled a goblin, but then, when I discovered I couldn't be in the Alliance Guild, I deleted that, and, because I was like, oh yeah, derp, right? And, so I rolled a gnome, and, I found in the first starting area, it was buggy, where it felt like things were spawning way too fast, and this was more than too many people being there. There weren't a lot of folks there, so I think ads were spawning a little bit too fast. I also saw rares spawned into the 1 second. Sorry. So there is a rare that spawns in the Trog Cave that was actually spawning inside the cave wall. I was like, oh, look, rare. And I'm like, wait a second. And then all of a sudden he pops away, and he's actually farther inside the wall. And the only reason why I know that is because I still have him on my focus. So, but you can't actually tell that he's there. I'm like, oh, this is not good. So
maybe he was just trolling you. Da-da-da-da-da.
Nice.
Wow.
You asked me to be here. I'm just saying.
Man, the puns. The puns are strong with you. I love puns so much. Man, now this like it's just like nuked me, like that one little pun. Boom. So do you know that quest right at the end of the Gnome Zone where you go with Mech Engineer, I don't know, whatever his face is, and you're gonna go kill this other boss guy, right?
Yep.
And he actually spawns 2 ads, and you have to kill those, and then he spawns another 2. You have to kill those. You have to spawn another 2. Blah blah blah. Okay, so that part, I think I had 6 spawn at once, so it was like 2, and then about 5 seconds seconds after, it was another 2, and then there was another 2, and then there was another 2, and I'm like, this is not good. And I'm level 5, okay? So it's not like I can feign, death, right? And so I ran. I ran so far away, right? And I'm telling you, every episode we were going to have that in there. So we'll just slip it in. And I think in total about 10 spawned, and it was like I almost died.
Jeez.
Like I almost died on the first night. I had 53 health.
That would be awful to die on the first night before you get out of the starting zone, wouldn't it, Swords?
Oh no! Wow.
Shots fired. Arrow to the knee.
Well, see, here's the thing too, is that I can re-roll and play. However, we have a little side bet going on here that if you get flagged once or die once, that's it between Leeta and myself. So I cannot die, right? I can't, right? So luckily I was able to kill those guys, and everything else went pretty smoothly. One thing I want to note is that I found a better leveling path through lock mode done. I only leveled up to like 16 on the if you're looking at the map on the left side, so the west side, yo, and then from there, if you just go kill rares and grab the scrolls, you should get to 19. And really, and then it's a matter of, I think you have to kill a few more things, and you can get to 20, and off you go. I usually complete the entire zone, but now I don't think I will. I just go. So remember that I like to collect pets and mounts and stuff and all that, right? And the wetlands drops a pet, is the Crimson Whelpling, which my Blizzard gear store, or my Blizzard order came in because it was cheap, right? It was like 75% off. So I bought the rest of my Whelplings. So I have the complete
mine will be here on
set.
Tuesday.
Oh,
I did
cool.
the same thing.
Cool. How did I get mine before? I've heard some people have had a little bit of problems with it, but I'm sure.
Well, I bought near like 25 items, so I don't know how many you ended up getting if the amount was.
I only bought 3, so I have the other 3 already from the previous cons, and then I was like, okay, let me go get the other 3. So basically, I'm trying to get this pet, right? And Nisi had offered it to me about 8 months ago or so, and I was like, no, I can't just take this thing. I want to be able to have it drop, right? So it was kind of odd where I went into wetlands and I noticed that the rare that's usually up in the orc little spot, before you go into the tunnel again, the rare was not up. I'm like, okay, so there must be somebody around. I'm like, oh, great. That means I won't get all my rares. Oh, well, right, that's fine. So as I head back into that first little camp where the dwarves are, Nisi's there. And I'm like, oh, Nisi was here. Nisi killed my rare. I'm like, okay, fine, right? And it was funny because Nisi was going to carry on killing the dwarves, and I still had to go kill the water guys and collect mud and all that stuff. And she says within 3 kills of me leaving, the Crimson Whelpling dropped for her. What? Like, what? So she says that it dropped for her, and he goes, listen, you have to take this because it's fate, okay? Because she's normally not on at that time playing, and it's weird that we had just met up, and then it dropped right, and then it dropped more or less right when I left. So I took it.
Nice.
So I had to take it.
That's
'cause
awesome, though.
I was like,
Congratulations,
yeah. So
Nisi. But
thank you, Nisi.
yay, you did. Yay.
Yeah. And so while Nisi was questing there, I decided to go on a little rare spree, and I killed all of the rares around. So I don't know if any came back up when Nisi was done, but who knows? But
Awesome.
So wait, that
Yeah.
Crimson Whelpling only drops from a rare now?
No, sorry, no, it only
it can
drops
drop
from
any mob.
Oh, okay. I
but
was gonna
it's
say I
just-
remember when they would just drop from any of the mobs that were around there, but then since Cataclysm and I've not been down, in a lot of those old zones, I didn't know if they had just made it, so it was just a rare or not. Okay.
So Nisi says that if I never took it, Nisi was going to send it to Leeta and have her send it to me. No. Anyways. Because I don't accept things from her either. Wait, that's a lie. I took... What
That's
did I take
a
off of you?
lie.
I took
But
something
anyway,
off you.
yeah, Nisi, he wouldn't take it from me. That's okay though. That's
What,
okay.
what did I take off you? I took a pet off you.
You
For
did.
leveling, right? For for Squirt.
Squirt. Mm-hmm. The Weebomination.
The Weebomination. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, that's worth it though. That yeah.
Oh, so it's cool that the moderation is working and Zorts. It's funny, but it's like, I guess because something. So I'm going to allow this because
Yeah.
take that whole bigger stone, right? However, that got flagged, Zorts. It got flagged. That's funny. That's cool.
Real bad.
Awesome. Okay, great. That is fantastic. Okay, so basically, what did I do? I did wetlands, and then I went to Arathi, and I was like, nope, I'm done here. And because normally I would complete that, and I decided I'm playing it safe because I cannot die at all. So I went to Northern Thorn, and every time I went into the Essingwary camp, I would actually get rid of my pet and look low so that I'm not trying to make highs at any of the guards, because the guards are all like 110.
They're scary, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like one shot, that's it, man. So I'm just okay. Can I here's my quest, and thank you
like
for the
bowing to
reward,
them.
and then I get the heck out of there and grab my pet again, and
Please, kind sir.
yeah. So we got out of there pretty quickly, thank goodness, without any problems, because if I died there, I would have flipped table.
Not near the end of it.
Yeah, that would have been the end. I went to the Cape, and I actually did skip the portal hopping quest. So there's a quest where you go into a portal. I actually did the first part of it, which was not bad. It was the other part where there's like a poison thing going on, and that's where I was not able to click on the ladder before, and I think I lost a tune that way. And when I died, that's when the ladder appeared. I'm like, oh, that's helpful. So basically, I wound up in Booty Bay, and it's kind of funny. I've kind of met somebody in Booty Bay. I'm gonna have to tell my wife that I've met somebody else, and we get along very well. Just
Because she gives
right?
you beer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and her name is Erwin Flax. So I threw up a couple photos on Twitter. Just.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You must.
It was
have-
as
Does
soon
anyone else familiar with the movie Wayne's World, and when Wayne first sees Cassandra and Dreamweaver, like it slows down and Dreamweaver just starts playing, it's got all the little twinkle
It's
stars
so
around the house.
funny.
That's what I'm seeing right now.
As soon as I walked by that room, I was like, where is this quest supposed to take me? And it was in there. And as soon as I walked inside, I'm like, oh, she's awesome. She's got beer all over the place, and she's sitting on the table. My kind of gal. So that was my week. I've finished off at level 37 now. So I've been... I'm not going hard. I'm going just enough to play safely and to ensure what's going to happen. Just saying. Yes, nothing on Vanessa Van Cleef. I agree. Sorry. I like badass ladies. I just... So, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna mute myself now. And I'm gonna eat some hickory sticks, Leeta.
You enjoy those, Stone. Don't choke, please.
They're my favorite.
I know, they're my favorite too. You're teasing me. That's not very nice. Anyway, let me tell you about my week, because I have been very busy on my contest toon as well. And she's a little gnome. She's very cute. And yes, I do play gnomes every now and again. And she's currently at level 35. I got her to 35 last night. She's in the hinterlands. And I actually changed the pet to tank spec last night. I found the mechanical bunny was starting to get really squishy about level 32, 33.
Okay.
Just, I was doing the whole troll, what is it? Zinthal Allure or whatever it is.
That's such a pain.
And it's
such a pain to go up and down.
Because I'd fly up the top,
yeah,
and then I'd start making my way down, and I'm like, where's the damn quest mobs? And I'd go down a level, then I'd go down another level, and then I'd go down another level, and then I'd go down another level, and they were on the bottom level. And I'm like, why did I fly up to the top when I could have just started from the bottom? Like, I was like, I'm a twit head. But anyway, I got
That's
through
okay.
it.
I actually had the opposite problem. Like, I was kept running in from the bottom, and then I realized that there was a griffin that would have taken me up top. And at first, I thought the griffin was flying me off somewhere else because it, like, took off out into the hinterlands before it circled back around. I'm like, what?
I was the same thing. It's like, click on this if you want to go to the top. So I clicked, and I'm like, sweet. And I'm like, where's he taking me? Oh, okay. I was freaking out. I thought he was taking me over to the other troll area. And for that, for that split second where you kind of just like going, I'm not prepared for that area. You kind of like, oh no, okay. We went, we swung around left and we're going back to where I thought we were going. So it was a bit weird, but I kept going, okay, well, just think about all the bonus XP you're getting, because you got to kill all your way to get down to the bottom to start killing the quest mobs. So it helped changing over to the tank spec on the bunny. I found it was definitely not as squishy, not having to heal as much. So I was like, that was pretty cool. I did have one really, really close call.
Okay.
Really close call. That would have been at about level 24. And I was in the wetlands. And I ended up with something like 56 hit points left.
Wow.
Yeah, when your body goes cold and you just, that chill goes over you and you like literally have gone into like a shutdown of, oh my God, I'm going to die. And you're trying to do everything you can, whether it's, I didn't have Fane, I didn't have, I had to run, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, this is it. Like, I literally thought, this is where I'm going to end. This is it. And I was like, oh, and I could feel my whole being just be this horrible, horrible feeling. And I ended up, then it out of combat, and you're like, where's my bandages? Quick, go. So
how was it that you were able to get out of that? What, like, did you feign or
Ran.
you ran
No,
so far away?
you don't get feign death until like 28. I was like
Oh, okay.
24.
Oh,
So
okay.
I didn't. No, didn't have that. Didn't have. I don't think I even had my trap at that stage. What time? When do you get the frost trap?
I don't know. I thought it
Was that about
relatively early
something?
on.
Hey Bob, there's Bob.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know I didn't have very much to play with. Like, it was literally get the pet in, trying to heal the pet, trying to back away and make sure the pet's taking aggro, and it's still kind of, pet dies and it's still coming for me. It's just like, and it was horrible. So anyway, lived through it and kind of, had to I think I hearthed straight back after I bandaged, hearthed myself straight back to where I was in wetlands, and just like sat there for about 5 minutes, just like the whole, getting my breath, like breathing, just like, oh my goodness, okay, all right. Do I, and then that can play such a mind game, because you're thinking, do I even want to go back to leveling? Do I want to go back to questing?
Yeah.
Or should I just actually log out and just be like, I'm done for tonight? Because that was far too close. And it was kind of like one of those things that you're like, well, I'm not too tired. I still could do some questing, or am I at that point? So I kind of weighed my options up for a few minutes, thinking what was going to be the best, and thinking, well, whatever I did, whether I regret it or not, it's, just suck it up and make a decision. So I thought, well, I'll go quit. I'm not going to let this get me. Like, I'm just like, nope. If I die, I die. It's as simple as that. Things happen. I'm just going to go back, and instead of where I was, I had another quest to go to another area. So I thought, right, okay, how about I just go over to there? It's a bit more maybe friendly to what I had, and I'll go from there. And then I was fine. So that was the only real close call that I've had that was heart-wrenchingly so close that I was horrible feeling. But other than that, I managed to get a few rares in most of the zones. So, again, yay.
That's good. Yeah.
For bonus XP.
I mean, it totally helps, right? Yeah. I mean, it's awesome to get it, because it's basically like you kill one mob and it's basically completing a quest.
But
right?
I did find when I started leveling earlier on in the week, that because everyone was out making a gnome hunter for the competition, I'd be running around and I'm like, and I saw Telwinkle went by, and I saw various different people. And
he was so excited to see you when he was leveling. He was streaming. He's like, I think that was Leeta.
I've got someone's waving at me, and I'm like, and because a lot of times I'm not paying attention, so I go running past, and then I'll see over here, such and such waved at you, and then I do that whole turn around. Who was that? And I like, oh, there they are. Okay, wave back. And then I get this whisper, and it's like, hello, Leeta. It's Terwinkle. And I'm like, oh my God!
You had ran past. He's like, Leeta. Is that Leeta? Is that he got pulled? You can see him pull up on his second screen. He's like checking Twitter to see what your Toon's name was. He's like, that is her. And then she waved at me. It's her.
I didn't even know it was him until he whispered me. It's like, it's Terwinkle. Because I was like, I would never have picked that name for John. Yeah. I'm just like, what? Oh, okay. So everyone knows I am so boring. I just try and make it, Leeta-centric for myself.
Yeah.
But so it was a thrill. We had a bit of a chat, and it was lovely to see him in game. And but there was everyone. Like, every time I turn around, there's another Ryan killing something over there. So for the longest time, I didn't see any rares, because everyone else was like getting the rares, and I'm coming along and I'm like, someone's already killed my raz. And then I'm looking online and I'm like, damn it, look how many people are here. I'm like, everyone else got the raz and I didn't get the raz. I'm like, this is no fair. And so I'd have a little grumpy moment and then I'd be like, no, okay, just keep going, just keep questing, you know. And so I think I killed my first rare. It wasn't until I was like level 18.
Where? Oh,
I
shit.
was in
Well, I
Loch
guess
Snowdon.
in the lock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope. There was no crocodile up. There was no nips. Nips wasn't up for the longest time.
I've killed Nips like 3 or 4 times now, ever since you said that.
The first time I was there, Nix was not there. Someone had already killed him, and the crocodile was done, and the Murloc wasn't there, and the rat dude in the hut up at the top, you know, where you go into the mines thing, he wasn't there, and there was like so many, and I'm just going, everyone else has got, you know, and in guild chat they're like, I just got a rare, and I just got a rare, and I'm like, right, I'll just keep doing my question. I'm just gonna have to do this the hard way, you know, like just keep going. And then I finally got my first rare, which I think was the dude over in the archaeology site.
Yeah.
You know that Trog. That that was my first. I was like, yay! I finally got one. It was like bonus XP. And then I came back, and then Nyx was up, and I was like, yay! I got another one. And then the rare Twilight cultist chick over there was up. So that night I got 3. And I was like, booyah, yay! She's back on the rare train. Woohoo! So yeah, that was pretty cool. But Hinterlands, I'm doing okay with Hinterlands. It's kind of weird doing it from the Alliance side again.
I have to say that when I was playing on my other toon, that area felt very slow. Like a lot of running back and forth and then going between the different levels. It felt very, very slow. I think I would do Arathi because it seemed okay. And then after that, I think I'd go down to String.
Well, I kind of thought I'd keep going because I went into Arathi. There was a few that I didn't worry about with Arathi. I was kind of like, no, I'm not going to take on, you know, like the stone duty quest thing. I was like, I'm not doing that because I know I've had issues with that in
as a hunter, you should be okay.
No, because you got the tank. Says no, I'm not going to do it. So, and I went down to the guys at the boat, in Faladar's Cove.
Yep.
And I handed the one in, and then I picked up about 3 quests, and I couldn't remember. I know I'd had issues there previously, and I couldn't remember if it was with an iron or if it was a normal toon. And I couldn't remember then how long ago it was. And I was like, so, you know, I'm saying to the guys, you know, what is this okay to, you know, is it a good idea to do these quests or is it bad? And I kind of got sort of like a half and half. And I was like, okay, thanks, guys. And my gut's just like saying to me, no. So if my gut's saying to me, don't do it. And if I do something, that's normally when I'll end up dead. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave this. I'm going to move on to Hinterlands and, you know, because I know that I'll get feed the trained razor beaks and kill some, you know, the wolf things. And that's a bit grindy, which will help with a little bit of XP. So I went on and got to Hinterlands, and I've just done every quest. But it's very kind of disjointed. You start over here at the Airy Peak place, and then you go all the way over to that other place, but there's no real path. You've got to run off the path, and you've got all those owl beasts and wolves, and you're like, and then it sends you down to where the trolls are, and then down to the beach to get the port stuff and kill the snapjaws things. And then you come back, and now I've just finished the troll area, and now they're sending me to the, Queldian Lodge thing. And I'm like, yeah, but the Queldian Lodge thing's right in the middle of the zone. Like, Why wouldn't I just go from Airy Peak to there and then over to the other one? It's really weird. I'm just like, okay, I'm like, all right, well, it's been a while since I've done it, so I'll just keep going and we'll see how it goes. So really,
I felt
strange.
the exact same way when I was there. I think I even remarked it in my video, like how much of my time has been spent just running back and forth across this zone because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's weird, but I mean it's cool. There's lots of XP in Hinterlands. You know, you forget how much is in there because, like you were saying, Layla, that we remember it from the old days and how you would work into that zone, being like, you know, so scared.
Yep.
And I spent a lot of time fishing over there. I remember that, not killing so much as on my warlock, but a lot of times fishing. But it's now, you know, it's kind of like, okay, this is it's a good little zone. I wouldn't say it's easy because you definitely got to have your wits about you. Be careful because there are so many mobs that are fairly close together, but they're not necessarily grouped. There's just kind of one here, one there, and if you're riding that path and if you take it wrong, you'll get hit off your mount and all of a sudden you're like swarmed by 3 of them and you're like,
and I think most, if not all of the troll mobs when they're low on health will run. Yeah. Which is never a good thing when they're running to get friends.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. The trolls like to run away and you like, come on, just shoot it. So anyway, it was good fun. So yeah, I finished on 35 and cool. I'm happy where I am. Cool. I'm getting there. I'm just plodding along. So yes. Yay! Anyway, that's been my week of challenge tunes. So
awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Play the bumper, Stone.
Play the bumper.
Breaking now, news from the World of Warcraft with Leeta and Stone.
That's so BlizzCon. I just that's I mean BlizzCon, right? BlizzCon tickets went on sale on Wednesday and I didn't get any, and BlizzCon tickets also went on sale batch 2 on Saturday today at 1 p.m. Eastern, and I also did not get any. However, my friend Rakavis, who built us an add-on that we're not using yet for the raid challenge thing. Anyway, so he grabbed 2. He was able to get through at work.
Wow!
Like what?
Nice.
What? I mean, awesome, but what?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
What does he do as a job? He's not like a surgeon or anything.
He is working at a pet hospital. So,
wow.
And they
like a vet or something.
They gave him a little bit of time to go and sit down at the computer and find out if which is cool, right? Which is awesome. And he's going to give me his ticket because this year they've changed the tickets. You can't transfer them to another person. So it won't go from account. Ooh. So it won't go from your account to somebody else's account. You can, however, change the name of the name that's on the ticket, so that you change it to the name of the person that you want to sell it to. Right. So it's supposed to combat people that are buying them purely for sales, because how can you trust somebody that just wants to sell it for profit? They could technically sell it 500 times. So this is to deter people from buying them, right? Which I'm all for. I think if I actually kind of wish that they would give an option to all players that play WoW, or not just WoW, but play Blizzard games, and they have one ticket, and if they want to pass that on because they don't want to go, then they can, and they can pass that to a friend. I don't think that there's any perfect way, but I think that's at least one way that you know that people that really want to go and not just to make a profit off of trying to sell the ticket, gets will actually be able to go, right? So thanks again, Rakovis.
Awesome. Well, that's good
So,
news.
and what else happened? Okay, so if you have not gotten your ticket, there is the charity ones that are up for sale. They're very pricey. Hello, Bob. And Bob, sorry, they are $750 American,
Ooh.
which for us Canucks right now is $953. However, proceeds do go towards the Orange County Children's Hospital, which I got the chance to go last year to this thing, and I have to say that you can see the money is put to good use. Okay, it's not just a frivolous thing. Yeah, I'm gonna get all teary. So let's just move on. So the tickets are on sale April 12th, I believe. That's gonna be your last chance to buy a ticket, like through the website. Ow, he's like starting. He was like trying to claw into my legs, man. What else happened? 7.2. Okay, so 7.2 came out, and this is not in the show notes. However, I did want to mention that the Legion Invasions, so 7.2 came out the other week. Legion Invasions came out on Tuesday. They are not like the invasions that we had before Legion launched, right? So as far as I know, you can't just sit around. Like, you kind of have to be in an area. If you join a group, that you're not allowed to join a group, so don't join a group. Your kills are going to go down, and then you'll eventually get flagged, right? It's not the same. I was not able to level up quickly, which is okay. I'm not complaining about it. For my non-iron alts, I kind of wish there was a little bit more XP, because I did 6 invasions and I didn't get a level. I think I got like 96%. I think that's how it worked out. So, which on our side is good, right? So it doesn't give people an easy way to level up, which is always good. However, Legion content, I think, is still kind of, it's still hard. So maybe having a little bit of a here is good.
So when you say Stone, the 6 invasions, you mean the 6 quests of the invasions in that zone?
Yes.
In the zone, not...
Yep. Yes.
Stormheim was one.
No.
Right, okay.
No.
Just making sure, because I had that moment where I went, oh dear Lord.
So,
okay.
I would get about 62,000 XP at level, I'm going to say 102-ish.
Okay.
And I think it was 102.1. And then I finished... No, I think I was at 102.01, and then I finished at 102.96. So I had, I went up 95% of a level. So I got... typically about 62,000 XP per quest, and then if it was a quest where you kill one boss, you get an extra 32,000 XP for killing the boss too, which is pretty cool. But you're still not leveling up like crazy, and not just sitting there doing nothing, which is good. So,
okay.
But I kind of wish it was just a little bit more XP, but I don't know if it's viable for Irons. Bloodthirsty, no, because the quests are going to count, and Pacifist, no. You have to kill. So for Irons and Tins, I guess, try, but please be careful, because everything will scale to 102. And when there is
the respawn
invasion,
one was bad when I was doing one the other night.
I had one where the
think
server
you get
died.
too overwhelmed.
I mean, I was doing one the first on Tuesday night / Wednesday morning, and the server was fine, and then all of a sudden it was like where we were all standing there, and we could all walk around, and nothing else was happening. And I'm talking about 45 folks or so. Like it was crazy. It was sort of like a whole bunch of realms cross-realmed, like a ton of them. And I guess the servers were like, this is not good. Cannot deal with it. So, but anyway, so that's pretty much, I think, what was it, all it in WoW news, really?
Okay.
I think. I heard that there's like a Heroes 2.0. I don't know what that's about, but I don't really play it other than to get the mount. So, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go on to site news, because we've got some exciting news.
Yar. So, folks that are on the forums, you would have noticed I made a post on the forums. There is going to be a little bit of change in the forum management. Roguester, Headster, Funster, Trickster, anything you want to call him. He's now going to be the sole community manager there, and this is basically done because I'm finding that I have less time to post there and when I should be. Okay, so and I have less time to be involved. Okay, Stone, have a drink. And let's go again. So basically, he's been around for a long time. He is respected by a lot of folks, by me, by tons of folks. And I think what's really key is that he has a level-headed approach to handling things. Whereas, for me, when I have to handle things, this is how it is right now. And then I'll come back and be like, okay, yeah, I was bad. Right? Which is not good. So, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, as far as I know, unless I drop dead right now, which that'll be great
No,
ratings.
You need to not.
do that.
That'll be great ratings, though. But you know what?
You're in
Twitch-
the middle of this, and it would be rude. That's what it would be.
It'd be very. Twitch
need to
would
not.
ban us. Twitch would ban us, eh? I bet you. Be like, you're not actually doing a show. You actually died on the air. Banned. So
Really can't be showing dead bodies on
Twitch,
You need to
yeah.
not.
So basically, I'm not going anywhere. It's just, I've given him every admin power that I have to do the changes that he thinks that we need to do. So if we need to change up forums, we will change them up. If we need to add new things, we will add new things, or he will add new things. I'm not going anywhere. It's a way. It's also another step in how I like to run things. Where if I think things are at a point where they're not so good with me, I make sure things aren't going to just drop like how they did before. Okay?
Like drop dead.
Well, the website went away, and that was not good. We have a ton of folks that have been doing this for a long time, and when that website went away, it felt like I don't think it was meant as a slap in the face because, because we don't know why it happened. It was gone. And for the amount of work that everybody has put into this is why I want to do this. This is why we have this, is to highlight the folks that have been here for a long time. I'm not just talking at anyone, folks. I'm ranting at the air. So my main goal here is to make sure that we are good. We're going to be good for a long, long time, and we will be good when I'm gone. Because you never know. I could get hit by a bus, right? You don't know, but we can certainly plan for things that might happen, right? And this is part of that. So him being in charge is not a big deal, but it's absolutely the right thing to do.
Yeah. And congratulations, so that's awesome.
And that being said, I wanted to point out that this is not a slight against Fair, Lisanne, and Zaya, who were formerly community managers. All that I've done is that I've changed their title to community moderator. There is no change in their power. It's just a change in title to highlight Stir's new role, because I wanted to call Stir the new Grand Poo Poo Bob, right? But I think that wouldn't be the best thing to do. So,
that's an awesome.
So okay, so that took effect Thursday, something like that. I'm not sure. It was recent. So. I'm not going anywhere. Site's going to be here. We're all good. Okay. I'm just
cool.
Mitigation. That's what I do. That's how I've worked for a long time. It's built into me. So it's business analyst. Okay. That was my job. Anyway. Okay. So,
awesome.
Yeah,
okay.
That's it. Okay. The Grand
Excellent.
Poobah
Right. Grand
Poobah Stir, like the Flintstones.
Yeah.
It's the Grand Poobah.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. All right, let's get on to our contest. So the contest update. I want to, before you say your bit, can I just make sure that everyone who is taking part in the Arrow to the Knee competition for the Goblin Gnome Iron Man, we have got a hashtag that we're utilizing across Twitter. Just makes it easier.
Your idea. Giving you credit, because that was yes, it does. That was yours, and that was fantastic.
It is a good idea, but it's easier if we can find all the posts, all the things, because I know there is a lot of us that are posting screenshots and just comments, when we ding, when we level, all that fun stuff. So it is hashtag WoW Iron Contest. Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing is that we can utilize this every time we have an Iron Man contest, which is really good. And we'll do ones for when we have other contests. So it's just easier to find. I think it's nice to see. So WoW Iron Contest, all one word with the hashtag is what we're using. So please use that when you're doing your tweets out, and we can definitely see it. All right, so what have we got? We've only got a week to go, Stone. 1 week.
Yeah, we got a week. It's going to end on Saturday, April the 15th. So a week from now, slightly less than a week, it will end at showtime at 7 p.m. Eastern. Start at 7 p.m. So 1 week less, 1 hour, 22 minutes. And the prize, just as a reminder, I have it right here, is this bad boy. Whatever, I'm probably going to get a lot of glare, but whatever. It's the Warcraft Chronicle Volume 2. I told you how I managed to get a hold of another copy for myself. That actually doesn't look too bad. I'm just catching up on the stream right now. Oh, no. Stone, what are you doing? Stop it, Stone. Stop it.
That was, when you tilt it looks better when you tilt.
Dang it, Stone, what are you doing? And if you already have this, we will give you a $25 card to Steam or Blizzard or whatever you want. It's fine. Basically, this is open to anybody that can log on to a US or EU realm. So Aussies, yes. Americans, yes. Anybody that can log into those realms, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. And don't forget it. You can do it on any of those realms. I'm over on Wormrest and in the the Iron Man Guild, which is run by Sir. So don't forget Alliance side. So if you do want to do that, otherwise, you can partake on any of these realms, whichever realm that you feel comfortable.
And if you do die, you can re-roll. Okay, you can. It's who is there at the end. Anything can happen. Last time, the person that was in front died. Like in the last 24 hours, and it was like, what? Because no one expected that. It was like, what the heck? Anything can happen. Okay, so if you want to give this a go, give it a try. I do have one more thing. Because of the WoW Iron Contest hashtag, I just actually happened to notice somebody that works for Blizzard liked one of the tweets, and I was like, ooh! And I'm trying not to reply to the tweet to fanboy out, but this is me fanboying out.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if the person happens to be here, I might be willing to dye my beard purple. Just saying.
Ooh.
My wife might not be too happy with it, but I'm willing to dye it for the week that I'm there, because I'll be there that week. I'll be there from Monday to Monday. Okay, I'm done.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but
I think that's something that needs to be done.
The folks that know will know. Okay, that's okay.
Yep, I get it.
Well, there's, and also because usually it's,
I don't know.
Well, usually it's hair being dyed, but I don't really have hair
all the people
up
I
top,
know with beards that
right?
work at Blizzard. I'm like,
so I would totally dye my beard purple.
All right, I'm just sliding in there late. That's fine. Okay.
Nisi has a good idea. Okay, sorry. This is one thing I do have to say. I totally forgot in my part. I do have an ALS fundraiser coming up. I don't know when. We have our walk on June 17th. So I'll be doing a 24-hour stream. I said I wouldn't, but I'm going to try it different. But she actually says, ooh, make that a dollar amount goal for your ALS money goal reached. I will ask, because that would be cool. That would be cool.
Okay.
Because last year I was able to reach, we got just over 1,000, and I think 800 came from during the stream. It blew my mind. So if we could meet that, I would be more than happy. That's for sure. Because any penny helps with that. So, Okay, I'm done.
Okay, all right. So let's look at our top 10 characters for the contest. And we have got. Oh, good. I'm reading them. Excellent.
I can read them if you want me to.
Sorry if I butcher the names. Yeah.
That first one looks fun.
Yeah. Anyway, the person who is leading, I'm just going to call him Carv. I'm just going to leave it at that. So Carv is level 80, seriously, in a week. 80 people. Yeah. Oh my God.
And it's less than that, actually. Yeah. Because I think this is actually his second tune, because I think he lost his first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
oh wow.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
That is awesome. Okay. Now the next. So. Oh, Azzy. I saw Azzy ding 70 last night, and apparently he lost his at 71. Ooh. Azzy, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what happened, but damn. Okay. Exploit-thon is 68, and they're a goblin.
So that's Lisan, and I think he's one of like three. No, it's Lisan. I keep saying Lysan. It's not. It's Lisan.
Okay.
I'm
I
the one
thought
that
you
pronounces it
did
wrong.
again. Sorry. I know.
Layla,
That's
right?
why I said the other way.
So, Kvardekdua.
Yep.
He actually says in the chat, he actually didn't lose a tune. For some reason, I thought he lost a tune first, but he says he did not. So this is his first tune.
Okay. Hey, well done, Cub. That is awesome.
And
awesome.
sorry, man, I think Azzy lost his character today, too. I think I was in chat when that happened.
Oh, Azzy. Okay. All right. Well, but congratulations on the Goblin, too. That's awesome. All right. So we've got Insomnia hit 58. Zaya Hunter is 55. Flaps is 54. Tiny EC is 52. Now, Tiny EC and I were in Lock Moden together.
Really?
So good on you, Tiny EC, because that is good leveling there. And I remember seeing them running around and we were waving to each other. All right. The Iron Bunny died at 51. Oh, no. The Iron Bunny. I'm sorry. Raxtus died at 50. And Ready Whip.
That's an awesome name. I don't know why.
Whip.
It's
Ready
like, whip it good.
Is hit level 50.
You can whip it.
So we've got 1, 2. Oh, so
Devo?
we lost a few. Sorry, guys.
So that was the top 10 as they are right now, and that's the top 10. Doesn't matter if you died or not, but because I was thinking maybe we should only have like the top 10 of people that are still in the top 10, but I kind of want to give some props to the folks that leveled up that high and did die.
That's right. That's Terwinkle.
So.
Ready
Who?
Whip is Terwinkle.
Ready Whip is Terwinkle?
Yeah, that's it. I'm thinking I knew that
That's
name.
funny.
There we go. That's why I would have not guessed it was Terwinkle. Because, like, that looks
Ready
like
Whip.
a Terwinkle name.
Well, he just wanted to name the tune Red because her hair is red, because he had picked the red for Terwinkle's beard and everything like that. So he'd gone with the red for her hair color. He just wanted to name her Red. And of course, that's not going to be available. So for some reason, just wanting to name her Red turned into Ready Whip.
Nice. No, that's really cool. As he said in the chat, I started again, level 20 now, called Azzy Spec Change. So he aims to make it in the top 3 just so Stone can read it out. Go, Azzy. He is a machine, seriously. Seriously is a machine. All right, let's do the state of the challenges for this week. So, Layla, can you take the irons, please?
Now, you know how much trouble I have reading the quests in my videos. You got me reading some of these names is pretty challenging, but I try. I will try. We've got Delissa at 79. Kvardekdua. Oh my! Does that like random? Did you just like randomize that name? Because if it means something, that's crazy. But anyway, at 80. Oh my! This next one there's just so many vowels. Is this even a name? Didra Vandrew at 80. Daradek, or it could be Daro DK at 80. Belikov at 81. 73 at 87. Never Pied P. RT.
Whoops. Never died.
Never died.
Never died.
Someone's got his P's and D's wrong.
Never died.
Excuse my P's and D's.
To be like, okay. But at 91, Bazta at 96, 8 at 102, and Azalin at 102.
Nice. That's good. Well done. I like reading out when they've got a number name and then their number. That always makes me laugh.
Really?
Congratulations, guys. That's awesome. All right, let's look at our bloodthirsties. And we have got Soul Brew hit 33. Another Soul hit 33. Charlie Man is 35. Soul Shot is 36. Soul Shield is 40. Conjured Soul is 42. Anybody? Come on, Nisi. Good job, Nisi. They're all hers.
They're
I'm
all
just saying
one.
anything
Yeah.
for Soul End. That's all Nacy.
Yeah.
Genetics hit 53. Kill Stuff Frog hit 55. Bloody. What?
Check.
What's
Bloody
no
check.
S?
Because when you say this character, you always say bloody checks. And it's never had the S at the end. Because then you're being racist.
No.
Wow.
Anyway.
Because when you
that
say
person-
only one person, you're being specific to a person that happens to be Czech. Just saying.
No, I'm not. I'm saying check is in like a blank check.
My
Whatever. They
great-grandmother
hit
was from
57.
Czechoslovakia.
Is it? Nice.
Yeah.
I know lots of people from there. They cook good food.
They play good hockey. Sorry.
No idea, but
Hockey.
food's always good. All right, and Bench Grinder hit level 80. So the Bloods did really well this week. No deaths. Good job, guys. Woo! All right. Pacifists. Leila, please.
We've got Mabird at 44, Harry Up at 46, Patuli. Why is there a 5 and a 52?
Because his name is Patuli 5. Because he's got a V, but he uses the Roman numeral V.
Oh,
as the
I gotcha.
5.
Okay, Patuli 5 at 52, High 5 at 52, Organ Grinder at 57, Huey Hamster at 66, Schnuffle Tips at 67. I love that name.
That is good.
Ferilian at 71, Flower Child at 73, and oh my, how in the world do you say that?
Inapt Iron.
Inapt Iron. I see now. 92 rip.
Sorry, man.
Woo! What happened? Did they actually die, or did they get a kill?
No,
Kill
they-
against them.
They died. That's a death.
Oh.
I don't know from what. I think 5 Iron might be in the chat, because I think that's 5 Iron. 5 Iron might be in the chat. He might be able. Oh, that's my ice machine, my ice maker in the
There's
fridge.
the ice machine. Well, that happens every week. That's normal.
And every week, I don't remember to turn it off. Professional. As he's saying that, it's in the forums. So if you want to find out, it's in the forums.
Okay. Oh, alrighty. I'll have to go
sorry, man.
check it out.
Professional. Because, we get, cause we're pros, yo. Okay, so Tin Man, the Tins. So we got Karasa at level 56. Insomnia is at level 58, still has not died yet. Oh, man, this is a rough name. Griffin Yetis hit level is level 63, died once more. Awayan hit level 73, also died once more. Baztur hit level 76, died once more. Anabolic, I like that name, hit level 77, no deaths yet. Trickster is level 84 with no deaths. Iron Sylvia is level 87, died once more. Saya Monk is at level 98, and new on the Tin Man list is Azylon at level 100 with 3 deaths. I think this is one of his. This is one of his original Iron Man tunes, and I think he can tell us in chat. Okay, and we'll pick that up if he replies. Okay, so speed to 60. So usually I don't say anything unless there's a change. So we do have a change this week. Still in first place is Fancy at 16 hours, 1 minute, and 46 seconds.
Ow.
However, number 2, not saying it's poop, because it's a really good time, and they should not feel bad. I know that they thought that they were going to do really, really well, and they're kind of bummed that they didn't make it, but it's still a really good time. Number 2 is now Kavardekdua who is in our iron contest, at 17 hours, 28 minutes, and 59 seconds. So he's just off by an hour and 27 minutes and 13 seconds. Math. Yeah.
Well done. That's
yeah,
amazing,
I mean,
right?
that's really, really good. Like, really good. And I think I remember people were asking him, because this is numbers in the forums that, at least I think it is, did you have any breaks? Like, did you go to the can? Like what? Like, and I think, he said he had a couple breaks, but he's just playing, right? And so I think, I think 16 hours, you can beat it if your body can do it. Please do not do it if you know your body can't do it. Okay? Please don't. Just saying. So number 3 is I love a Dukin, who is formerly number 2. Number 4 is Sancteta. Number 5 is Chatelli. Number 6 is Never Died Shaw. Number 7 is Ironwood, which is translated from Cyrillic and Russian. Number 8 is Love and Peace. Number 9 is Iron Nubis. And number 10 is No Milk Today. So, as he did say that his new iron that he added to the Tin Man was it's a resurrected one that reached max at 100. So.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So,
awesome.
Grats to Kavardek Dua for number 2. That's.
Yeah.
Listen, I know it's not number 1, but that time is still amazing. Amazing.
It's an awesome time. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done, everyone, though.
Yep.
That's commiserations to everyone we lost this week, of course, but well done to all the leveling. And it is so good to see, just by using the hashtag WoW Iron Contest, just seeing everyone leveling and having fun. So thank you, everyone. So don't forget to utilize that. We do love to see it. All right, so let's go on to Chit Chat. This is where people can ask us any questions about the challenges, share tips, tricks, and all those kind of things. So the first one, Layla, can you take the first question, please?
This question is from Gail Wallian?
Yep.
Is that how you'd say that?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go with
Discord.
Just call it Vlad, like, you can call it Turd
Says,
Devil.
hello, question to the better irons out there as they
Yeah,
smile.
something like that.
Is it safe to try Hydro at 80, or should I just stay in Northrend until, 84?
I think actually somebody answered him on the forums. Geek Roguester. I'm just going to read... Actually, here, let me throw it out there, too. Let me copy and paste it into the show notes. Okay. Leeta, can you read that?
Okay, so when you...
Sorry.
What did you do the color?
Whoa.
I'm
That
like, I could read it, then it's gone. Okay, so when you ding 80, much of Northrend will drop in points, except Ice Crown and Stompix. Be careful, though. You want to open up the Ice Crown dailies, but wait until 81, then you one-shot everything. Open up Ice Crown dailies, they pay nicely. No need to go to Hydro until 83-ish, mostly to open up Fireland dailies. When you hit 85, Northrend points will drop too, but then Tol Barad opens up. You can almost skip all of Northrend other than Discovery. Pick, choose, easy quests, etc. Okay, so who gave that? Was that Stir?
That was Stir, yeah.
Thank you, Stir. That is awesome information. So, yeah, because you forget about those little things, the little dailies that are here, there, and everywhere that people can utilize. So, good luck, Gail Wallian.
And I think I saw him in the chat here, too, because I said, I don't know, but hopefully a veteran will read this, because, I have not gotten up that far, so I don't really know that much. And hopefully he's living it right now on the level 84 druid on his trickster toon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stir's going through.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
Thank you, Stir. We appreciate that. Alrighty. Now we did get another question from Discord. This is from Jin Rosewood. Would making a character a bank alt still qualify one for the Iron Man challenge? No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Keep
be making keep it separate. Keep it separate.
Keep it separate. Keep it simple. Because if you were to use a bank alt as your Iron Toon, because you're typically you would be funneling stuff to sell on your bank alt, and honey, you're not allowed to do that. So how can you keep track of how much did you earn by quest gold, right? It's just don't bother.
Yeah,
just don't.
No, just make. I mean, if you're new to the server, just make yourself a little like either a humanoid or a human, or if you're alliance, because it's quite easy to run from the human starting area to Stormwind, or if you're horde, the orc is quite easy because it's right there and you can run straight up to Ogrimmar. Like, they're two really easy classes that you can make into bank alts and get to the main city quite easily. But yeah, don't make your challenge toons a bank alt.
I kind of felt like he may be coming from maybe his server, maybe the character, maybe the realm that he's on, he's got all of his toons on, right? And he has like one bank alt, and maybe he was like, okay, well, I can try it on this realm still and stay with my realm, but use my bank alt and not have to delete a character. Which I can understand, but I would say don't bother. Just go roll on another realm. It will make it simple.
I'll get yourself a second account. Just for something different.
Sure.
And always, always, if you can afford to have a second account, you could do it that way.
Yep.
As well. Depends what your means are. So, but yeah, good luck anyway. Thank you for the question. Good question.
Sorry. All of a sudden again. Okay, so Gwobs from Discord said, in the pacifist run, can hunter and warlock pets get kills? No. Basically,
no kills.
Pet kills still count as your kills, and you'll get you'll get your 10 kills pretty much right away. So
that's why most of the pacifists have been, well, the high level ones are rogues, because they can sneak and they don't want pets.
Wouldn't it be funny to see a fist on a warrior? That would be awesome.
Right.
Big dude. I pick flowers.
Yeah, but you'd have to make it like. Why didn't you make it like an it either have to be Draenei or Tauren.
Tauren, yeah.
It would need to be Tauren, and it would need to be named Ferdinand. Be Ferdinand the Bull.
Ferdinand the Bull.
If someone hasn't already capitalized on that for the passive challenge, I am very disappointed.
Let's log in quick. Let's make that one. That's a good one.
Oh, Inapt Iron was a warrior. Inapt Iron was a warrior. I did not know that. Wow. And he was level 92.
Yeah.
Dude.
Wow. Oh, well, there you go. That's interesting. I didn't realize they were nine.
Because usually I don't really look at the classes unless somebody says, hey, that's like the first blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. I kind of want to look at the person, right? And
looking at them.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. It's doable.
Yeah.
It's doable. So, yeah. All right. Chat room stuff. Anything else that we need to mention from the chat room, Stone?
Well, we've been kind of doing it through the show.
Yeah. So I think we've covered everything.
Five Iron says he just started high gel to high. Okay, do you say it high y'all or high?
Hi, Joel.
Jal.
Hi, John.
Okay,
Yep.
because I know
Hi, Joel.
people that say it with the Y, and I'm like, no, that's not how you say it. And they're like, yes, it is. I'm like, it's not Norse.
Hi,
I
Joel.
mean, if we were in like the Norse area, you know, that kind of thing, sure, okay, but it's not. Okay.
I think too. There's a lot of zones where I think a dialect plays a lot into it. You've got Tanaris or Tanaris,
Yeah.
Feralis or Feralis. You know, so there's,
Feralis.
you know, I think depending on the dialect or where your tongue is, you know,
Yes.
I
And
think that
remember-
plays a lot into it.
Do you remember when it was at BlizzCon and they were showing who was talking? I think it was Chris Metzen. So it might have been like not BlizzCon last year, the previous BlizzCon. And he mentioned a zone.
Sargeras? Oh, okay.
And I went and I looked, you know, when you're listening and you look at that, and I looked up because I was like, that's not how you pronounce it. And then I'm like,
Oh,
my
no,
God,
but you
this
don't
is
know
the
what it
person
was.
who
Now, what one was
created
it?
Well, which one was it?
It was either something like Silithus or Feralis or one of them. Like one of them that I've always called it a certain way. And when he said it, I'm like, you don't say it like that. And then
But here's the thing, though. I don't think you can tell Chris Metzen
No.
how he's pronouncing the zone. I mean, that
Well-
pretty much, if Chris Metzen says that's how it's pronounced, then that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, well, that was the afterthought was like, hang on.
I'm going to
he
have to find out what
created
it was
the zone.
now, though.
Yeah, it was quite funny. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, so you can do the pun of the week. Stone?
You stinker. Okay, because it's not a sciencey one. I'm like, all right, here is Stir's pun of the week. Thank you, Stir, for providing this. He doesn't have to. I asked him if he would, and he's been doing it so far. And thank you. So, here in North America, it is springtime. I am so excited I wet my plants.
You could have said that with some more enthusiasm.
I couldn't help it, but I'm laughing because it's
Laugh
funny
at
because
You haven't laughed the last 2 times.
I laughed at the black hole one because that was good. It was funny. No reviews. I just laid down seed and all that stuff, and yeah, it's spring. I just wet my plants.
Do you remember that Kmart commercial?
Yes, that's the first thing I thought of. That commercial. I died, and my wife was like,
Oh, so
"Okay, it was
funny.
funny, but I kept playing it over and over because I'm dying every time." And she's like, "Stop, man." I'm like, "No."
The old
it's so
man in the
funny."
bed. That's the best one.
I just shipped my pants. Shipped. Okay, clean tag. Shipped my pants.
I just shipped my bed. Gets me every time, the little old man on the bed.
Oh my goodness.
Did you see the follow-up one, though, too? With the gas station?
What?
Yes, they did a follow-up because some of the Kmarts have a gas station, and that's some big gas savings.
What? Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Leeta's like, flip
I
table.
have no idea what you two are talking about. That's
You've
all.
never seen this. Oh, okay. Hold on. We are doing this live because I can't even. I won't play it on the air.
I
Because
live
don't
in
wanna get in trouble.
Australia. How would I know this stuff, people? Seriously.
It's in the chat. Okay, so you can go watch that. You'll know what we mean. It's the greatest commercial.
Right.
Because I love jokes like that. So okay, so thank you to our Patreons. I love that commercial so much. Thank you to our Patreons very much. So we do have a tier where if you donate a certain amount, it's only $5 a month to help us out to pay for the server. And if we get to 200, I can take down ads and I can get rid of all the ads. That'd be fantastic. I would love it. So our Patreons that we're going to read out this week is Xylan, Awesome Trousers, Bart H, Cell, Gotrick, Anonymous, who will not be named. Although I guess the placement kind of, you might know, but we'll still say Anonymous, Lisan, Mike H, and Pandora. Thank you very much for your help, and even $1 helps, so thank you very much. I think we're at $85 a month, and the goal is to 200 because that's how much the server costs. Actually, it costs a little bit more than that, but then conversion. But if we can get to 2, I'll pay the difference, and we'll all be good, and then we can figure out a stretch goal after that. That'd be cool. We are actually going to be. I actually talked a little bit with Leeta about this. I'm going to be sending out a video to patrons I'm going to try to record it tonight. Maybe not tonight, or maybe tomorrow. It depends on when the kids are not around and when I'm in a good spot to be able to record with no sound around. So, my wife has to be in bed and all that stuff, and and I need to write what I'm going to say because anyways, so because there's something I want to do for you guys that just, I mean, it's not huge, but just something, right? So wrapping it up, Stone. I can see Leeta and Layla. Yes, I got it right. Going like this. Wrap it up, Stone. Okay, so our next show is Saturday, April the 15th, 7 p.m. North American Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern, whatever time it is that we're on right now. I guess daylight savings. Sunday, April the 16th, 9 a.m. Australian time, because now you're all one time zone. Because Queensland is now back.
Well, no, down the coast is.
Well,
yeah.
Eastern is all the same, right? And
yeah,
and Australia and Western, right? Which is Perth and everything west, right? Like you guys only have 2 time zones, yeah?
No, 3, I think.
You guys have 3?
Yeah, I think the middle of Australia. So
really,
you've got the west side, the middle,
cool.
and then the other side. Yeah.
Where does Adelaide fall in that? Is that Eastern?
The middle.
Oh, it's Central? Okay, cool. Yeah. The things you learn, and anyways. So next week we'll be joined by Pandora, who is also on Behind the Avatar. This past week. When did you release that?
No, yesterday.
Yesterday. You released it yesterday?
It's this
cool.
week's show, yeah.
So you can find out a little bit more
about him.
And he's
an Aussie!
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so we had a great chat. He was in the chat room. I don't know if he's there, but we're going to get to chat to him next week. So
yeah, I did see him.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Leela. Dang it. You know why I say Leela? Do you know why?
Doing so good.
I know. Do you know why? Because
he looked at the name.
Futurama.
At the word.
Futurama. I see the name, and it's not even spelt the same way because hers is Leela. It just,
you have to think about
I know,
it's like Hawaiian Lays.
Well,
Lei.
Yes.
The lay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lay. Yeah.
Layla
Yeah.
Zors.
Nice.
Okay, so is it Layla Zors or is it Layla Zor?
Layla Zors.
Okay, Layla Zors. Thank you. Finally, for coming on our show. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Like I can say thank you for the whole night. I can spend the next half an hour to say thank you, but I think you'd punch me. So
I'd punch him. For
Leeta would. Maybe I can call you Leeta now. Leeta. Hey, Leeta. She's Leeta. Okay,
No.
The thing is she's in the future, so she would punch you before you even knew about it.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
It wouldn't hit you till tomorrow.
You're you'll feel this at 11 a.m. tomorrow, Stone. Right, and it was like full fist right into your nose.
Oh.
Boom. There you go. Full fist. My hand. I'm punching you. There you go. Anyway.
Okay.
Layla, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. It's been
Thank you
so
for
good to
having
have
me.
you on.
It was a lot of fun.
It's been well worth the wait. So we're really glad that you could spend some time with us. And do you want to tell everyone where they can find you and where they can get in contact with you, please?
You can find me on YouTube at gmail.com or on Twitter, all with the same Leilazors, the same way that it's spelled here, LEILAZ0RS.
Nice. And we'll have the link up on the website as well. And to check out your videos on YouTube with the leveling of your druid.
They're really good. They're really, really good.
And the motorbikes. And the little...
They're really good. You have to watch them. They're really good. I think I actually have the playlist up on our website. So if you go on our website, then you should be able to.
Or if you just search my name on YouTube and they'll come up.
Yeah.
I'm not one of the fancy YouTubers that got into YouTube early enough where they all have just their individual, youtube.com/what their username is. So I have some kind of horrific, URL for it. But if you just search the name, it'll pop up.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thank you again. And where people can find us. So don't forget, we have got the website, wowchallenges.com. You can contact the show, which is podcast@wowchallenges.com. We have a Twitters at wowchallenges.
Can you really?
No, I'm never going to change that. Just saying. Never gonna change it. Discord server is tinyurl.com/wowchallengesdiscord. There you go.
It's not really It's not really a tiny URL. However,
it's not.
It's not actually longer than the other one, but it's easier to remember. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Otherwise, go to the website and there's a link there. Also, we're on Facebook at facebook.com/wowchallenges. And don't forget, you can check out the videos on YouTube, which is youtube.com/wowchallenges1. And that is the number one. Don't forget to come catch us live every week. We are on twitch.tv/wowchallenges.
You can find... Here we go again. You can find me on Twitter at STONEGRASP, as well as the Adventures in Azeroth podcast. You have to go.
Okay, that's okay. That's all right. And you can find me on Twitter. I am at Leeta Wow, which is LEETAWOW. And don't forget, I have got Behind the Avatar, as well as Adventures in Azeroth that I do with Stone. And we have a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun doing a podcast. Isn't it, Layla? It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun to sit and chat with wonderful people.
Exactly. So thank you always to Mark Conan for our intro. We love it so much. Mark Conan's on Twitter at Mark Conan Wow, and he's also part of the Torrent Think Tank crew with Jules, so check them out for sure. Other than that, I have to say, good luck everyone for this week, for all the contest tunes. Good luck, Sort. Good luck, Sort. And have a good week, everybody. Bye from me. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye from Stone.
The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast produced by Stone and Leeta. Copyright 2017. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. The music used for the show belongs to Kevin MacLeod, and you can find more of his great stuff at incomnitech.com. No copyright infringement is intended.
Okay.
You're right.
I've never had this before, so I don't know.
Okay. All right. No worries. Show title. Layla, what would you like for a show title?
Yeah, the show
Oh my
title's
goodness.
up to you.
So rude. So rude. Nisi says, so rude. And
Yeah,
he says, so
that's
rude.
a pretty good one.
Throwing
Rude.
Zords beneath the bus.
It needs to be hashtag so rude. Something very like
Yes.
yeah.
Yep. Do you like that? I can do a hashtag so rude.
I don't know
Nice.
if hashtag would work.
Hashtag
Okay.
won't work. All right.
It
Alright.
might. We can try.
So
we can
rude.
try.
Awesome. Okay. Otherwise, it'll be so rude. That's cool. Thank you, chat room. Thanks, guys. What are you going on tonight, Layla? What you doing? Gonna play? Gonna relax? Watch a movie? Chill out?
Probably need to go see what's going on in the World of Warcraft. That's my husband.
Trying not to go?
Doing stuff. He's watching.
Layla's
Toons
apparently
streaming.
gonna die. Die. That was
Yeah,
funny.
That's apparently what's going on tonight.
Wow.
Oh,
I actually have to let my family out of the basement. Hold on, I gotta text her.
oh, that's hilarious. Okay. So what's Terwinkle live right now?
Yes,
Is
apparently
he?
he's playing Domina.
What's that?
I have no idea what that
idea
is, but apparently
Okay.
that's what he's playing. So
Huh. Okay. Cool.
Man.
but yeah, I still have some things I need to get done this weekend. Time walking and stuff. I haven't done my time walking dungeons on my main for the weekly quest, so I got to get that in before Monday, because once Monday comes around, then I forget about it. I'm not going to remember to do anything before the reset, so got to get them done this weekend.
Nice. Yes, definitely. Definitely. With all those mounts and transmoggy pieces that you can get. Pets? Toys?
Yep.
Toys, isn't it? Toys and mounts. So
Toys.
that's,
Yeah. Lots of good
Nice.
stuff. Or even if you've got if maybe you have an alt that just hit 110 or so, it's really some good gear that you can get out of doing the time walking dungeons, just as quick, easy upgrades so that you can start getting into heroics and whatnot. So, if you have an alt that's under gear, they're definitely worth doing.
Yeah. I haven't done one for ages. I always get sidetracked. I find I'm always busy, and then I'm like, I'll just go do this. And then it's like, oh, it's over. Okay, next time. The next time comes around, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do that in a minute. I'm in the middle of doing something. And then it'll be like, oh, it's finished. Next time. And then I forget. Oh.
I'm
Yep, that's
probably
how it
gonna
is
be
for me.
leveling up my iron, I think, tonight. I don't know. Or recording a video, actually.
Don't die.
I
Don't
won't
die,
die.
Stone.
I will not die. I'm just saying that, we can make up the rules that we want and stuff, and I just, it's not going to change anything.
Sure.
Dormsy, thanks, man. Or gal. Sorry. It's just my first reaction. Thanks, dude. Which, actually, I'm curious about what you all think, too. I was listening to Frozen Nerds, and they had a poll up about 4 weeks ago. Do you use dude as a inclusive thing, or is it only for guys? Just curious.
Dude is a guy
Dude.
thing.
Okay.
For me.
Layla?
I hate being called dude. Anyone calls me dude, it annoys the crap out of me.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I'm not a dude.
Okay.
A dudette? Sure. But
That sounds
not
weird.
a dude.
Layla?
I don't think I could call someone dude if I knew that they were female. if I had no idea, I don't think that dude is just generally a word I use in my everyday vocabulary. I might say something like thanks, man. Like if I
Okay.
don't know that it's,
Yeah.
what gender they are. I think that since I've started doing videos and podcasting and doing things on Twitter, I've become more aware of the fact that I don't know somebody's gender. So I try and not use gender defining words if I'm unsure of who they are. But
Yeah,
I would think, like, for me, like, I would say like thanks man would come out just naturally for me before thanks dude would. And I wouldn't mean it as, and it's just like when if I'm in instances or, doing things in World of Warcraft and somebody, like say, hey, I got a drop and I don't need it, I'm going to trade it to somebody else. They'll say like, thanks, man. Like, I don't take offense to that because they
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
my gender.
Yeah.
They're not assuming that I'm a girl, and they're not, I think it's rude to ask like, hey, are you a girl? So, like, I can gender identify you properly. Like,
Yeah.
I don't take it like through the internet. If they don't know my gender, I don't take it personally if they would use I think that to use dude or man or a male specific pronoun or what have you is you're going to cover a greater general amount of people. I think, unfortunately, I think there's a smaller percentage of women who play games and everything, so I just think that's natural. You're just
Yeah.
assuming that they're male.
Because I kind of use dude a lot, and I seem to use it. I don't really care. Right, and I think the results of the poll was that the dude could be used for either or, because it wasn't really, because the way that I use it is thanks, dude, as in like a cool person, not necessarily a cool guy, but I mean dude, but I mean when you go look at dude and dudette, that obviously you make that definition, right? And do that, I think I think it actually takes away from it, because you're like adding the "ets" and it makes it sound weird, but you're gonna add that in to make sure that you're not gonna make anybody mad, right? And to me, I think I would offend somebody more if I was to say dudette. Anyways, here we are, post show, doing our discussions and stuff. But anyways, if I say dude, sorry, but I say dude a lot. I don't know why.
I think it's. I mean, like if you're having a friendly conversation with someone, I wouldn't look at it like, obviously they're not meaning it as like yeah. So
I'm not calling you a
wouldn't
dude.
Think anything about it.
Right? Yeah. I'm not trying to be like, you're a dude. That's rude. Right? It's like, and I'm just
So
like,
rude.
yeah.
Who raised you that way?
Oh, man, well, you haven't met my mom, so.
Is she
Wow.
a dude?
This is going to get into a whole different show. Okay, so we're going to get off the air. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And the show will be out soon. Maybe in about an hour. It usually takes about an hour for me to do everything ish. And so the show title was So Rude. And we're going to try hashtag So Rude, right? Okay. All right. See ya. Peace.
Bye, Chapel.
Bye.